Hi, my name is April Lifriu, the mom of Brandon Lifriu. I was already working with the Foundation Fighting Blindness for 5 years, and I told them that I was going to go and enter this pageant to help raise awareness for the foundation, and they were backing me 100%. And when I was crowned, they actually gave me this prestigious title of being their national spokesperson, and I am just so proud and honored to continue that and continue to speak on behalf of them. I first heard of Dr. Rosenfarb through a client, a very good client of ours. We were doing granite countertops for her, and she owns a nationwide insurance company. Well, long story short, she was telling me she was visiting one of her offices in Pennsylvania and is having conversations with her staff, and noticed that one of her staff employees wasn't eating the cake that they were celebrating in the office, and she questioned why. And she says, well, I'm not eating cake because my doctor has me on a diet of no eggs, milk, etc. That led to the next question of why, and she discovered that her employee has Usher syndrome, which is RP, but also involves deafness. Well, my client knew that we had the same disease of RP, came running back to me, told me this amazing news of this doctor this young lady's been seeing for 9-10 years. And what's so spectacular, this young lady isn't compromised with her vision at all, and at the age she is now, she should be compromised. And I was just actually taken back by all this news, started investigating it, spoke to this young lady, and it was her testimony that won me over. I made that appointment, I think probably a week later, and just love Dr. Rosenfarb. He's just been a blessing to our family. I will say I was skeptical about the acupuncture. However, I have a very open mind. I started thinking, okay, acupuncture has been around for thousands of years, and I've visited China, and I know how the Chinese are actually so knowledgeable about homeopathic things. I started doing my homework. I watched Dr. Rosenfarb's videos. What really won me over is to see all the different people from the vast parts of the earth coming to see him from New Zealand, England, I mean, you name it. These people have been visiting Dr. Rosenfarb, and that speaks volumes. So I have to say, testimony, watching his videos, seeing how happy these people were with their prognosis after the treatments were the winning ticket for me. Our first visit with Dr. Rosenfarb was during the Christmas break of 2013, and we really didn't know what to expect. We all went as a big, huge family, my sister's kids and my kids. The first visit, we were greeted by this wonderful doctor that was so cool and hip and fun, made us feel welcomed, and every day there was a different treatment taking place, and I was just totally amazed. From acupuncture from the hands, the feet, the forehead, the tummy. He had a different procedure every day, and to learn from his knowledge was just completely unbelievable. And I'm a very happy mom. I must say that first treatment just took my breath away. Yes, so we were tested prior to the treatment, and we were tested after his 5-day treatment. And there were improvements, but ultimately I really wanted to see what our ophthalmologist would say. So we made that appointment 1 month later. I didn't say a word. I wanted to see exactly what they were going to determine, and I'll never forget my doctor looking at me and scratching her head, and she goes, April, do you realize your son has improved 2 lines in his acuity? And I went like this, yes. At first I was just still kind of skeptical because I wanted to see the true prognosis from his eye doctor. And what's ironic, I had to make another appointment a month later because my son's eyes continued to improve, and that alone is just huge. Well, I must say one of the best testimonies from my son was during our second treatment. We went to the movies one night, and knowing my son has night blindness, his central vision at night, he sees pitch black. And we're leaving the movie theater, and he taps me on the shoulder, and he's only 15, so he's innocent. And he said, Mom, do you know I can see your silver purse in the back of your hair? And I kind of just forgot that he sees pitch black at night. And I questioned him, what do you mean? He goes, duh, Ma, I can't see at night. It's pitch black, but it's kind of creeping through. I can see a little bit with my central vision that I couldn't see before. And that was our second vision. So I just cannot imagine with our continuous visits that we're going to make for the rest of our lives until a cure is found, how this is going to actually improve my son's life and actually give us hope. Actually, I have to say, hope is no longer my word. It gives me faith in everything that Dr. Rosenfarb does. I like to add that Dr. Rosenfarb has given me the ability to breathe. I think before I was always short of breath, not physically, but like mentally. I've been fighting this disease since we found out in 2010. And now I feel I can take that deep breath and breathe and know that my son can do anything he wants in life without being compromised, because we're fighting this with Dr. Rosenfarb's treatments.